What's up guys, welcome to Threadbow. It's great to be back up here, getting some time on the snow, doing some snowboarding and just having an absolute blast. This is how this video should have started. Instead, I'm back here with the HZ at Limited Bash Customs and we're going to be doing some work on that as I can't get across the border. Joys. So I've actually had some goodies come in. Got the oil pressure switch adapter. It's actually already in the car. I've still got to finish the wiring on it. This here, work out lengths and terminate the end. Easy done. We're also going to be replacing the fuse box in there. It's currently using glass fuses and we're just going to update it to use blade fuses to match the rest of the car, as consistency is key. And also by doing it, hopefully we get rid of the electrical issues we've been having. As you've seen in previous videos, it is one hell of a mess there above the driver's feet, and that seems to be where most of the problems are traced back to. Also got in this here MIDI fuse box, which we're going to be installing on the large wires that are running across to the other side. I know one of them is for the alternator, not 100% sure what the other is, but it's time we fuse them, just in case anything goes wrong. Not that it should, it's better safe than sorry. So that's what we're going to get into today. It is actually a regular work day, or should be a regular work day for me if I hadn't taken the time off. So there may be other people getting around, other noise. I apologise for that in advance, but we'll make the best of what we can. So I'm going to start with the easy stuff and finish off the jobs we've already started. Like this here is the adapter we've put in for the oil pressure gauge. The top switch is the one for the ECU. The bottom one is what we've put in to run the oil pressure gauge. Pretty simple. We had to go at a right angle there on the top as there was not enough space above it with that coolant line. So that's actually really quite simple. All we've got to do is basically run these and cut them to length so we can join on this plug. Oil pressure gauge done. So we've got the wire done. It's on there, just going to shrink down this heat shrink. Apologies for not actually recording anything. It's really not that exciting unless you're into wiring. But it's also extremely difficult being the guy in front and behind the camera, as I'm working by myself. I do plan to get better, so hang in there. As you know, I'm working all this out. I'm not used to really filming this kind of stuff. Still working it all out as I go. Hopefully though, it is improving, and quality should be better as we go. We're also no longer just using the GoPro straight up. I do have another camera which will allow some better shots. We've got some zoom, and yeah, fingers crossed that it improves the quality of the videos. I hope you're enjoying them, and keep watching, and let's learn this journey together. That's shrunk down, so let's put it down, we'll connect it in. Like so, that still all needs tightening up and tightening just like the rest of it. But we now should have an oil pressure gauge. Let's go inside and see if it works. So besides that hard start, and appears like we've got a miss, which I think has a lot to do still with that bad wiring down there, we have a working oil pressure gauge, which is beautiful. That's what we're after. So time to move on to the next job. Yes, we get to cross another thing off the list. Okay, awesome. We're getting there. So you may have seen there before that after I did the initial crimp on the terminals when I was wiring up, I crimped a number of other times around the back end of it, and that is simply because we've got two style of terminals. One with a lip or a skirt, and one without. I prefer the ones without, however I work with what I've got, and that's currently was the ones with this little lip on them. So basically, once you crimp it, this kind of expands out, so if you were to put the heat shrink over it, shrink it down, you end up with this big bump in it here, and it's, you know, more prone to rub on things. So I like to just go to a larger size crimp bit and squeeze it down, make it nice and flat. Don't have these problems with these, but again, you just got to work with what you've got. But that's what I was doing there. So as much as myself and the owner have been trying to avoid this, it is time to deal with the mess in the driver's footwell, as it's causing way too many problems. So I've installed the new fuse box already, and that was pretty straightforward, except for when I was doing the design of it, I didn't take into account these heater controls being directly above it. So we did have some clearance issues, although that was pretty easy to resolve. We're all in there good now. I've also gone through and marked all the plugs and disconnected them. And the next step that I've got is to label all the wiring so that we can remove it, which means this thing will no longer be going, and work on getting the new fuse box wired up. So I'll be one step closer to having this job complete. So I'm sorry the video just kind of cut off right then and there in a bit of a weird spot. And also, my apologies for this video taking so long to come out since the previous episode. We're on a pretty good roll. However, somewhere along the line, I either never hit record or I've lost the footage that goes with the end of this video. And I had planned to reshoot or film something like this to tie it all together so I could get it out. And basically, I haven't until this stage. So yeah, that's my bad. Anyway, now that it's done, I have plenty more content that needs to be edited and stuff, but we should be getting out regular content here, so hopefully one video a week thereabouts. I'll also be doing more uploads on both my TikTok channels, so the Limited Bash Customs one and my other channel. So make sure you go check that out. Yeah, more stuff on Instagram. Basically all my social media stuff should be getting more content out much more regularly. So links in the description below. Go follow, like, all those different things. Would be much appreciated. So while you're here, give this video a thumbs up and make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't, so you don't miss out on any upcoming episodes. Yeah, I guess thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will catch you in the next one real soon. Bye.